Audio 3. Nature and obstacles to presentation.
How will be the presentation or public speaking? Your presentation or public speaking must be interesting, rational, balanced, well-argued, and based on evidence. Presentation will be just like a case. Case, yes, case means K for keep, I for eat, S for short, and S for simple. So, every presentation must be short and simple. Yet, it totally depends on the situation and reality. How you are saying is more important than what you are saying. Success in business ultimately depends on whether you can effectively communicate your idea and plans to others. Richard Branson. What is the main barrier to presentation and public speaking? The main barrier of presentation is fear. Yes, fear means F for false, E for evidence, A for appearing, and R for real. Fear is said to be one of the deadliest enemies of mankind. In fact, over the past few decades, many surveys have shown that Americans' fear of public speaking ranks higher than death itself. And our ranking of fear more than that. It is our uninvited guest. It is a fellow who lives with you day and night. It sleeps with you. It walks with you. It often goes to office with you. It eats with you. It travels with you. Possibly it is sitting with you even now as you're reading this book. Look around and see if it is there. The greatest fear to a man in this world comes from himself and not from any outside source. See Martin. The only place where fear can exist is in your mind. It has no other residence. Swami Sivananda. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Mary Curie. When one is free from attachment to wealth, reputation, body, and surrenders himself to God, fearlessness will come of its own accord. M.K. Gandhi. Fearlessness is a spiritual force. It is a characteristic of the soul and not of the body. Your faith and confidence can control your fear, and for increasing your faith and confidence you need practice. What is the cause of fear? Glossophobia is much more common than you think. As you know, that fear is a kind of emotion. Try to convert it into bravery. On the surface level, causes of various types of fears can be pointed out, but if we go deep, we can convert all these causes into the following root causes. 1. Disbelief in God and cosmic order. This is one of the main causes of our fear. If we fail to believe that there is a system of the world who is maintaining the whole system according to some cosmic order and divine laws, we are about to be fearful. This is because in such a condition of disbelief in God and cosmic order, we will tend to think that anything can happen to us at any time in this world without any notice or visible causes. Then we have to depend upon chances and accidents for our survival and safety in this universe. Such an attitude is bound to keep you in a state of constant insecurity and fear. With disbelief in God, you lose a firm base to hold on in time of crisis and adversities. 2. Attachment and dependence on others or external objects. Everyone is by birth attached and dependent on others or external objects. Everyone should try to overcome this tendency, otherwise we'll experience fear by anticipating the loss of them or those objects. Without a habit of dependency, there could be no fear. When we feel an intense dependency on someone or something, we are inevitably afraid of losing it. Whatever we feel that we must have, it is what we fear losing. Everything changes in this world, so it is foolish to depend totally on someone or something. Sooner or later, we have to forego such attitudes which we are killing so resolutely. We have to be self-confident. To be free from fear, we'll have to gain freedom from this false clinging. We should realize that external objects cannot provide us all facilities. So, goodbye to your fear of presentation forever, and absolutely wow your audience every time. Fire your fear. Some tips for overcoming fear. Remember that the audience wants you to succeed. People in the audience want a good presentation or speech. They want you to do well. They are on your side. Don't be hard on yourself. You are likely to be your own toughest critic. It's okay to make a mistake now and then or to mess up a word. It happens to everyone. The important thing is to stay relaxed and let you succeed. The fear of presentation and public speaking can be awesome. For whatever reason, thousands of people are quite simply terrified at it. Even the thought of speaking in front of a large crowd can be awesome for some people. It is completely normal. If this is you, think about these tips that will help you overcome your fear of presentation and public speaking in no time. For overcoming stage fright, A. Know your audience. As you are preparing your presentation and public speaking, think about what kind of audience you will have. Are they young or grown up? Are they highly educated or students? Are they experts in the field? Or have they ever heard of what you are going to present, or will there be mostly younger people, etc.? B. For helping to reduce your stage fright even further, be sure to properly prepare yourself before you speak. Rehearse standing up. Firstly, give a presentation or speak loudly in a room by closing the door 3 or 4 times. Gesticulate as if you are speaking to an actual crowd. Then speak in front of your friends, circle, or classmates. Do as much rehearse as you can to find out everything you need to know about the topic you will be speaking about. Remember that rehearsing is not to memorize it word for word. 2. For overcoming nervousness. Your nervousness is inside you. It is not visible, so never tell your audience that you are nervous. If you don't say you're nervous, they probably won't know or even be able to say that you are. Start speaking. After 1 or 2 minutes, you will feel normal. 3. For overcoming shiver. If you are feeling like your voice is a bit shaky, speak louder until you notice it go away. It will work. If you're feeling your hand or leg is a bit shaky, move your hand or leg until you notice it go away. 4. For overcoming unnecessary hesitation. Don't take yourself too seriously. unless presentation public speaking is what you do as a profession. This speech will not make or break your reputation or the future of your life. If you mess up, forget about it. It is true that you will remember your mistakes much longer than your audience will. For being confident and tricky. If you do not prepare and fail, you have reinforced your belief that you are not a good public speaker. Change that attitude, and it will have a positive impact on your presentation and public speaking skill. Remember that your failure is your future strength. Even if you make a mistake, do not crash and burn. Move forward. Chances are the audience won't notice unless you point it out. 6. For developing self-confidence. Relaxation is a must for sound health and sound mind. Try your best to relax. Every day, be tension-free for some time and try to do self-criticism. Meditation seems to work really well for most people. Try doing a routine prior to your speech to relax. 7. For being positive and optimistic. To visualize your ultimate success, never discount the power of positive thinking. Take a few minutes while you are practicing your presentation or speech to visualize your success. The fear of public speaking prevents many people from having the rare opportunity to receive public praise. Besides merely practicing your presentation or speech, practice experiencing success. 8. For mental strength. Long and deep breathing is helpful for mental strength. Take slow, deep breaths. Take one deeper breath before you get up to speak. 9. For staying on track and important points. Create a clear outline of your presentation or speech. Then, put it chronologically on color-coded note cards. For instance, you could have a green card for introduction, blue for pointing out important points, yellow for supporting material, and orange for conclusion. This will help you to stay on track with your presentation or speech, so that you don't forget any important parts. 10. For becoming practical. Practice makes perfect, so practice, practice, practice. Give emphasis on knowing your topic forwards and backwards. So practice your speech or presentation in front of a mirror. This will let you see what you look like as you are speaking and make you comfortable with it. If possible, get your friends together and share your ideas with them. 11. For observing stammering and Tts. Try to record your presentation or speech so that you can hear your pronunciation, stress, intonation, punctuation, and voice modulation. This will allow you to hear the entire speech, and it will be easy for you to be able to tell whether you need to make some changes. 12. For overcoming throat lubrication. Don't let your throat to be dry. To prevent your mouth from getting too dry, be sure to keep pineapple juice or fruit juice or water close by. Watch the video Overcoming Fear and Speak Confidently. Obstacles to presentation and public speaking. If you consider yourself as a human being, you must realize that there will be obstacles. It is quite tough to speak in front of audience, even in front of a single person. This happens from stage fright. George Jessel says, "The human brain is a wonderful organ. The human brain starts working at the moment we are born and never stops until you stand up to speak in public. The most carefully prepared speeches are never heard because of this mind block called stage fear and top phobia. But remember, they are not permanent. They are temporary. They appear before you because you have no practical knowledge. Only true practical exercise can give you the solution. Remember that all the obstacles will not appear in you at a time. They vary person to person, place to place, and situation to situation. So don't worry, just practice, practice, and practice. Please remember, what is said is not yet heard. What is heard is not yet understood. What is understood is not yet approved. What is approved is not yet applied. 8 obstacles to effective presentation and public speaking. 1. Stage fright. 2. Nervousness. 3. To shiver. 4. Hesitation and unnecessary stammering. 5. To gulp. 6. To stumble. 7. Tongue-tied situation or TTS. 8. Feeling of dryness in throat. Some of your unwanted thinking. When you are seated in the audience, waiting for your turn to speak, you start thinking, 1. I'm scared of what might happen. 2. My grammar is so bad, my pronunciation is so poor. 3. My voice is low or harsh or not attractive. 4. How can I do justify to such a vast subject in just 3 or 5 minutes? 5. Oh, look at the size of the audience. 6. They all seem to be so clever. I'm making a fool of myself. 7. If someone picks an argument with me, if someone asks me a question. 8. Oh God, what will happen if I cannot even utter a word? If I forget something in the middle of my speech? 9. So many ladies present and I did not even shave or dress up properly. 10. So many men. I should have worn my best dress or silk sari. 11. What will be my father or mother or wife or husband or employer or teacher or friends sitting in the audience think of this stupid speech? All these thoughts make you a trifle anxious. This increases your heartbeat. You start sweating. You start breathing faster. The next thing you know is that your mouth has dried up. Your knees go wonky. Your mind goes blank and you are in the grip of the universal phenomenon called stage fear. So what do? 1. You start wringing your hands. 2. You dump your fingers on the table or podium. 3. You tap a pencil or keep pressing the on-off button of your pen. 4. You scratch your hair. 5. You tap your foot or both your feet. 6. You lean on the podium or table. 7. You keep your spotless spectacles to clean with a kerchief, put them on, only to remove them a minute later, clean them. 8. You fold, unfold or twist your hanky. 9. You fidget with objects placed on the table. 10. You grip the mic tightly. 11. You keep pulling your ears, digging your nose, or rubbing your eyes. 12. You keep chewing the locket of your chain. 13. You put your hands in your pocket. You start jiggling coins while your hands are in the pocket. And in short, you have lost your confidence to speak. Why does this happen? According to psychologists, when your brain senses your anxiety, it signals the releases of extra amounts of adrenaline and energy-giving fluid into your body to help you combat the anxiety. An inexperienced person does not know how to handle this extra flow of adrenaline, resulting in any or all the above manifestations of stage fear. Some instructions for overcoming the fear and obstacles. Ever tried taking a bath in cold water on a cold morning? Isn't the first touch of the cold water pure torture? After the first mug, the second is not all that bad. The third one is okay. And soon you start reliving in the tingling, refreshing feeling that only a cold water bath can give you. Stage fear is something like this. The first speech is the worst. The first 30 seconds are the worst even for skilled speakers. You can never really conquer stage fear. After thousands of presentations or public speeches, skilled speakers still feel the flutter of butterflies in the stomach as soon as they get up to speak. This is a good sign. It is your body telling you that extra energy is available to you in case you need it. So, the difference between a skilled speaker and a novice is that the skilled speaker has learned to channelize this flow of energy. The following instructions will help you tackle this phenomenon. 1. Ensure that every presentation and public speech is well prepared. 2. Ensure that you prepare. 3. As you walk up to the dais to begin speaking, try to walk slowly. Consciously take deep breaths. 4. Before you begin, look around the hall, look at your audience. You're sure to find some friendly faces. Address your first words to them. 5. Welcome every opportunity to speak. 6. Get your spouse or close friends or teacher to critically observe your speech, and you must get suggestion on improving the next time. 7. Begin your speech with formalities or a good personal anecdote. It need not be very funny. Its main purpose is to help you and not the audience. 8. Never attempt to learn by heart your speech. You are guaranteed to forget some important points. So, you have something in common with every speaker in the world. Remember, as long as you are nervous at the beginning, you can use it to deliver your best. Remember that your nervousness at the beginning might appear to be great to you, but it is usually not visible to your audience. In fact, in most of the cases, they will not even notice the tremor in your voice and your pale face. Remember, the obstacles to speak before the audience are common instincts of human beings. It is nothing to do with incapacity or inability. Even the greatest presenter of today had once stumbled. Audiences are generally sympathetic to a speaker. They are quite considerate and will forgive your honest, unavoidable mistakes. Start through addressing them and asking them, "How are you?" Then the audience will give the answer and vice versa. Then start with a ringing cough and with a familiar statement to avoid stage fright. Use the simplest language and avoid verbiage. Start slowly and then try to gather momentum. Acclimatize yourself with the environment with a graceful look and cheerful smile to the audience. Compose yourself from the very beginning to overcome all types of obstacles or mistakes. If you think you have stumbled at a point, don't get panicked or nervous. Simply say, "I'm repeating that." And then repeat the whole thing emphatically. The audience will hardly observe your shortcomings at this stage. Before the actual presentation, rehearse at least 3 times before a mirror or your friends to avoid unpleasant facial expressions and other discrepancies. Check your art of speaking and body language. Check out the physical facilities like the stage, the lighting, sound system, your distance from the audience, etc. before starting the presentation. Stick to your focal points and action plan and observe the reaction and feedback of the audience. Watch the video Stage Fright.